Yeah, man, it's the 28th of February, 2024. I think I'm coming down with a little cold or something. That's why I sound like this probably. But also I got gang stalking typical situation where it's sleep deprivation. They're attacking my body, my genitals. I mean, I guess I could just come out and say the most embarrassing thing. Gang stalkers are attacking my genitals with broadcasts. Every day now, it's become like their go-to activity. It's like these men that are focused on my private parts to attack with broadcast. Um, I'm gonna put this video out public. I put a video out yesterday just for the members, and I'm gonna be doing more of that moving forward, just because they deserve it, I guess. Um, and I don't want to put too many videos out anyway. I don't like putting too many videos out public. Uh, the thing with these gang stalkers, it really messes up the natural flow of things. Like if you look out into the wild, all right, and what happens is the most intelligent, most physically capable lion is the leader of their pride. And the same with every other species. Okay. And the same with everything, period, just about. I mean, the best things are the best things because they're the best things. And what you have with gang stalking and neural monitoring and this capability that they've obtained just by luck, by sheer luck, that somebody said, hey, let me show you this. And they use it in a way that disrupts the natural flow of things because they're not smarter than you and they can't beat you physically, but they can use their resentment about that to become extremely abusive and to harm you, and knowing that in reality they could never beat you physically, they could never outsmart you, they couldn't get the girls before you could get the girls. There's no aspect of life where they would be beating you in a natural evolution of the way things are. And so and you could see that um, because of this unnatural power that they've obtained, they become extremely abusive with it, which ultimately leads to their insecurities and their certainties that they know that they're not competitive with you as a human in the species. They're just not on your level. And whether it's girls or men that are doing this, um, it has a lot to do with fear, what they do to people. And, I just try to imagine like what kind of man would sit there and try to attack another man's genitals while he wants to go to sleep, remotely, like the things that they can do with broadcasts. And like, why would you even want to sit there and spend your time worried about another man's private parts or attacking somebody at all? Like that's what makes you feel um, accomplished or powerful or like a champion, right? You feel like a champion because you can sit at home all day and focus on my genitals. And that's really like, it sounds funny, but that's really like what's going on. It's like otherwise, like, how is this happening? Okay, because that's the choice that you made to sit there and focus on attacking me, and like somehow you're getting this thrill off of that, right? And it's a weakness. It shows a sign of weakness for them. The fact that they would become so abusive with this technology, because look, if you have a man who is a strong physical leader, mentally intelligent, strong, powerful person naturally, okay, they don't go around starting trouble. Okay, you might have some big ogre that goes around beating up people or trying to start fights or whatever, but typically, in a lot of cases, those kind of people can be outsmarted by somebody that's less physically capable. And that's the natural flow of things because somebody that was very intelligent, even if they were extremely strong, physically powerful, then they wouldn't abuse that power, okay, because of their intelligence. And that's what these gang stalkers are lacking, all of it. Okay, they're just like the one guy's always like, like when he starts talking, and brings me back to like the Fisherman's Wharf when I'm pulling up on the boat. All right, and I all these seals, just big blubber seals, just flopped over on the dock. That's that's what these guys, a couple of them, that's what they remind me of. Just just worthless as a possible human could be. And they sit there all the time doing gang stalking and stalking. I mean, neurologically and physical torture with neural monitoring satellite broadcast technology, that they're lucky that somebody gave them and showed them how to access it. And just to go ahead and debate all the people that would say, oh, it's the government, it's the CIA. I know a whole bunch of people, okay, people that I've known for many, many years, for most of my life. Not a whole bunch, okay, but to not even be exaggerating, I know 20 people personally that became gang stalkers, whole group of people in my area, okay, and several of them that I was very, very close to at one time or another in my life, and some of them that I've known for over 20 years since I was a child, okay, and they're nobody special. Okay, there's one person that I know that knew somebody that was high up, and that's probably how they ended up getting neural monitoring. And perhaps one day I could really start to tell that story without worrying about it. But and I have before long ago, but um, it's it's risky business to start talking about the wrong things when you're not in a very powerful position, which is what I'm striving for, a very powerful position. Not to be abusive, but to stop people from being abusive, to stop this unnatural flow of things where you have worthless people causing a degeneration of society because they are degenerates themselves. And since they can't hold up to an evolutionary standard of man, or they haven't pushed themselves to try to do so, so their intellect and their physical capabilities is all subpar. So they, instead of pushing themselves to be as good as they could be, they will rather try to hold back the people that are better than them. And there's people that are better than people. Okay, and we're not. Yeah, everyone was created equal, perhaps, but some people are way ahead and some people are way behind. Okay, so we're not all equal like that. There's some people that are better than other people. All right, so um, I'm perfectly fine with admitting that there's some people that are better than me. I'm also perfectly capable of professing that I am better than some people. And if somebody's better than me, then I would feel like I want this person to be like a mentor, or I want to learn from this person, and I want to see if this person can help me be a better person. Okay, but the gang stalker mentality is different. The gang stalker mentality is, if this person's better than me, how can I hold them back? Okay, rather than try to progress to be better themselves, they would rather hold other people down to their level or lower. If and when you give somebody with that mentality this type of capability, then you have a degeneration of society. And it's becoming more and more apparent as you look around, and it's not even just in America, just all over the place, man. People that are using technologies and basically uh, leveraged positions to try to hold people back that are better than them, or to try to um, I don't really, I hope I'm explaining this well enough. Um, because it just was crossing my mind how really much how they're so degenerative, and how their mentality is just so pathetic to try to hurt somebody, and what kind of cowardly, insecure, unattractive, uh, unintelligent, not physically fit, not just so many negatives to this person on the other end of this broadcast, telepathy, blah, blah, this attacking of the man's genitals and all of these uh, insecure actions. And, um, but I really feel like as much as I hate to put out public videos talking about crazy stuff, as far as like broadcasts or whatever, just it needs to be documented. And I've done it 8,000 other times with videos before on this channel. So I'll come out and tell you again today. This is like what, about 4 days nonstop. I don't get sleep. I can't get comfortable. If I lay down, then I feel broadcast. It's like static going up and down. My body is starting to dry out my skin, and then they'll start going into areas and physically attacking. And one of those areas is my genitals. And I think that, um, it's an act of war. That's what I think. It's an act of war, and it should be treated just like an act of war. And whatever it is they're trying to accomplish, I really hope they don't. And I hope they don't believe that it's something that's forgivable. All right, that's all I got to say.